These are cognitive athletes.
Physically, being fit helps you mentally.
Eating right is really good for your mindset as well.
The mental strain, going to places which are 30, 40 degrees. If it's a very high-speed track, it can be a lot more physical. That can easily be 50, 60 degrees inside the car. Over a race, that can last 1.5 to 2 hours. So it starts to take a big toll on you. And all of those things affect you then mentally.
Trying to concentrate at the end of a race is much more difficult than the start of a race, especially if it's a really tough one. If you're busy battling with somebody, you can very easily focus on that. I find that when the race kind of settles down, that's often when your brain can start thinking about how difficult it is.
These are cognitive athletes at the same time. They have to make split-second decisions. So these are, I think, some of the most fascinating athletes on the planet.
Within racing, we talk about milliseconds. Say Monaco, for example. It's not the most physical race, but it's one that takes the most strain from you. A centimetre, an inch can be the end of your race. Every single corner, every lap. So the amount of attention you have to pay strains a lot more your mind than it does just physically your body. So a small mistake can mean you crash, can mean you're out of the race, or something, pretty bad happens. So mentally and physically, you'll start to struggle a lot more because you never want to make mistakes. And it's all about lap time and every last little hundredth.
The driver's mental state is challenged a lot because it's so precise, but it's also adaptive as the conditions change, the tyres change, the fuel load changes. They need to be mentally incredibly sharp while doing something which is physically quite challenging. Their nutrition and their physical conditioning is critical to delivering that at a high level.
We track and train mental performance.
I think McLaren really leads the way in this. We are very open about mental health. We have our mental health fitness champions, and it's very important that we talk about it in this open way. Being away from home, traveling across time zones, it is a risk. Talking about it openly is a very effective way of managing that. Talking about different treatments to that, physical activity, good diet, talking therapists. I think we've developed a very sound program. We're always looking to improve it.
Especially with all the traveling we do as well. It's rare that we're in the same time zone for more than a couple of weeks. It requires a lot of planning. That's why we go out to these races a little bit earlier. On the flight, you try and get into the right sleep schedule. You might not feel it that much in the first half of the season, but the second half of the year can become problematic.
Sleep is one of the most important things, I would say. Whenever I turn up and I feel a bit tired, then I want to snap. It's because I've had a bad night's sleep. As I've got older, you notice it more. Behavioral traits, ways of working, energy levels, knowing how I can make myself sleep best, in what kind of conditions or temperatures, making sure I have all of what I need at every track. My own pillow, my own bed.
For me, sleep is one of the most important things just in life, because I enjoy it, but also for performance it's very important, obviously. Then you have the sort of mental benefits of knowing that you've done the right thing and gotten yourself enough sleep.
Oscar's a 23-year-old male, so he loves sleep. So he sleeps pretty well everywhere we go, but particularly in the back half of the season, the calendar's very congested with travelling from east to west. So we will use tailored jet lag plans to help with that.
When we analyse what went wrong, what broke, there's very often a human factor within that that's related to fatigue.
And that is one of the big battles of Formula One. How do we make a team less tired? How do we make ourselves more alert? And nutrition is a really important tool in that.
When you're eating a poor diet, you're mentally lethargic, you're at risk of getting illness.
You're not getting the right things that your brain needs, but also just from a mentality point of view, if you have a bad weekend, you never want to give yourself any reasons for why it might have gone bad. You want to be as prepared as you can. You want to give yourself no doubts at the end of the race.
It's a long circuit, it's a long time away from home, and how we use nutrition is as a morale raiser. It's not just to fill that hunger gap, it's a really integral part of the team. And some of the products we have are really very helpful at that.
My daily scoop just for the benefits of it.